Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Kyoto wins. And we are in Harada's route, so that's, I got nothing else to say aside from that, so we're going to just jump right back into it. We're in Chapter 3. We just started Chapter 3, and we're at our first choice, but we're going to return to our room, and then we're going to do our little skippy-majippity thing. Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're just going to keep going, and we're going to see where we get. So I'm not really sure if Harada's part will be like 3 parts, 4 parts. Ooh, new scene. Where should I go? We're going to go outside. Here we go. Cool. I took a deep breath, and my lungs filled with crisp, cold air. It brought me a sense of calm, cooling me down. I stood in disbelief of everything that happened tonight. Oh, hey, you're looking way better than earlier. You think so? Aw, don't force yourself to smile for me. Tonight was hard. It shook you up pretty bad, huh? That was some heavy stuff tonight. I have no idea what happened, I forgot, but... Oh, it's not like that. It was hard for me to be upfront with him, so I attempted to look stoic as best I could. You know, you don't have to act so tough. There's nothing wrong with admitting something is scary if you feel vulnerable. Well, I guess with the others, maybe you wouldn't want to admit it to them. After saying his piece, Harada lightly patted my head. Harada, it may have been a small gesture, but I couldn't deny it brightened my mood a little. Despite the circumstances, I appreciated Harada treating me as if everything was going to be okay. What's going to happen to Sanan? Oh, okay, the Sanan thing was, what happened? Huh. Well, wait, no, he didn't... Has he taken the stuff already? I don't see the choice in here to, Hey, don't move yet. I don't know. So that's what I'm wondering, like... Anyway. Who can say? I mean, he wasn't taking his injury well. I know. I had nothing really to chime in with, so I nodded. I wasn't sure how much my opinion would matter, considering that I was an outsider to them. Even back in our Edo days, he was patient in his care with me. I really want him to pull through. I mean, even you could die at any time. He sighed deeply and looked up at the sky. Even when Sanan wakes up, however, there's no guarantee that he'll be his usual self. Okay, so this is obviously after he took the stuff. But obviously, because we made different choices, we didn't see the same thing. I don't know, anyway. I watched his expression and thought to myself, what does Harada think of the serum? Has he accepted it as a necessary risk for the Shinsengumi? Does he tell himself that it's for the good of his men and that it can't be helped? Harada... I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to know what he was thinking. But I shut my mouth. Nothing. Never mind. What were you going to say? You don't have to keep everything to yourself, you know. No, don't worry about it. It's really nothing. You sure? Well, that's fine. I hope Sanan would hurry up and wake up. I hope that he's the Sanan we all know. Well, I guess that could be asking for too much, huh? We all wish for the same thing. I silently shook my head. You don't think that's asking for too much? Oh, I don't think that's asking for too much. We all wish for the same thing. It was something I truly meant. Harada stood silently, watching the leaves dance around us, and turned to me. Magically, I fell in love with us. Thanks. You're really nice, you know that? Our conversation met a halt. The thought of my father conducting experiments with that medicine, and knowing that with it he was performing cruel acts on men, gave me so many things to worry about, but right now all I could wish was for Sanan to pull through. Then an unexpected visitor arrived. Aunt Flo? Oh man, that sucks, girl. Sorry. Oh! Takeda, there you go. Bitchy McBitcherson. Look at this. Look at the haughty way he stands. I'm so haughty. I feel like he should have an added. What brings the two of you here at such a late hour tonight? As he should have had like a douchey bit, but he didn't. Anyway. The same could be said to you. I might ask, where are you off to at this hour? If you break curfew, then you'll be punished. I was only training at the Mibu Temple. The chief gave me approval. Mibu, a settlement west of Kyoto. It was comprised of homes, farmhouses, and a single temple. I see. Would you mind getting a move on then? We're dealing with a situation. A situation? What happened? I wasn't given much details either. I bet you one of the nationalists infiltrated the compounds. I'd suggest you hurry back to your room. Doesn't seem like Kondo and the others hold you in high regards. Don't get in trouble now. It's none of your business. I just slightly made him a little bit, gave him a slightly bitchy but girl voice. But whatever. Takeda, I can't remember the voice we gave him in Eba's Duralent. That doesn't matter. He's a side character and he's bitchy, even though he's got pretty hair. Takeda darted an icy gaze toward Harada, and he scurried beyond the gates. Was what you said okay to say? Well, for now, I think it was okay. For now, we'll have to hope Hijikata finds some way out of this mess for us tomorrow. You're like, what the fuck, Sonnen? You're making us all look bad. And so, the long night broke. Okay. Seriously, what's all the commotion? Like, everybody's mad, and then Sonnen's magically here, and he's like, I'm fine. I'm not dead. But then he kind of is, but he's not. Hey, don't touch that girl that looks like me. And they're like, she kind of looks like you if you were, like, pretty and girly. Our brother is prettier and girlier than us. I mean, that's Okita for you, right? You're like, she kind of looks like you. I mean, but she's, like, pretty and shit. She looks like a girl and you look like a dude, but... You know, whatever. And you're like, they're mean. Okay. So now, they're all gonna fight, and we stay. I'm going to stay here! And they all fight. I didn't move. I knew leaping into the fight would do everyone, including myself, more harm than good. After all, if Okita and Heisuke couldn't manage, how could I? Just then, someone came into my line of vision. Don't worry, Spacey. I won't worry with you here. Whoa, what's this? You're trying to get in my way? You should be more mindful of your life, buddy. As he spoke, I could see Shiranui loosen his gun from its holster. He finished by tossing a smug grin at Harada, who returned it in kind. I like how, depending on what you chose, like, obviously whatever was in the middle, that's what we did when we were on Saito's path. And now this is Harada's path, and the other one will be whoever else is here fighting. Which I don't remember. I don't know who it is. Like, I don't remember which one of them. Is it Hijikata? I would guess it's Hijikata, but I don't really remember. I don't know. Despite all of Harada's bravado, too much distance between them remained. With the gun's advantage... Ha! Come on! It doesn't take a genius to figure out you're screwed here. There's no way you can close this distance before I put one in you. Harada... Have faith in Harada. I have faith in you. He was like, yeah. I just turned him on. Now he's got the power of love behind him. Alright, leave it to me. In a swift motion, he swept his foot across the ground, throwing up a small cloud of dust. What the? He threw a small rock straight at Shiranui's gun. Try again, smartass. Thought you had me, huh? Ha! Nice! Shiranui dodged the rock, and in that moment, where his gun wavered off its target, Harada charged. I thought it was gonna be like he literally, like, got the freaking rock down the barrel of the gun, and I was gonna be like, motherfucker, you are, like, a master. Like, that's just magic. They froze, mirror images of one another, each with a weapon poised to deliver a killing blow. Damn. Shiranui looks really creepy with his giant mouth and the pointy teeth, but, like, look at the muscles on his back. Jesus Christ. He crack walnuts. Just, like, with his little your chicken wings without, you know, just... Good fucking lord. That's why he walks around with that strappy top on. Like, girl, you ain't going to the club. You know what? No, you going to the club, girl. Like, Jesus. Still, though, Haradan is, like, he's also, like, looking like he's going to the club, but it's like, look, it's like a ton of bandages wrapped around me. It's, like, super tight, and it gives me a cute waist. I mean, seriously, he's got a better waist than I fucking do. Like, that's just, it's not even, he's so wearing a waist trainer is all I'm saying, okay? I could see their intensity rolling off of them in simmering waves, like heat from a roaring furnace. I did like... Okay, yeah. I was distracted by the whole, like, thing, and I just was like, did I just skip a line? No, I didn't. I read. Even their faces were mirrored, each with a playful grin, as if they were only friends having some fun. That gun's not just for show, right? Why don't you pull that trigger and put me down? Ha! Isn't it obvious? I don't want some chump to hear it go off and come spoil our fun. If the spear tip moved even a fraction of an inch, or Shiranui's finger slipped on the trigger, that would be it. I froze, watching who would yield or die first. It was Shiranui who lowered his gun. Well, that was fun. Let's do this again when we got a little more time, okay? Ha! Sorry, seeing you guys isn't really my thing. Both men stepped back, their fight clearly finished. Further fighting serves no purpose. We'll do nothing more than attract unwanted attention. Thanks, eyebrows. What? You talking to me? Come on. I know when to leave a party. Oh, that's him. Come on. I know when to leave a party. The one thing that doesn't know when to stop. The one that doesn't know when to stop is... Shiranui looked toward Kazama as he spoke. Yes, our suspicions have been confirmed. We've no need to stay. This time we only came to verify the truth. Truths. Do you really believe we'll simply allow you to walk away? And then call your men. You three may survive, but how many of your soldiers will we slaughter before we escape? Would you spend their lives so easily? Kazama and his companions were no doubt powerful. His words held arrogance. We knew he spoke the truth. They left silently, fading into the darkness. But as he did, Kazama spoke to me one last time, his red eyes piercing me as they glared. I will return for you. Soon. He was far out of arm's reach, but his words nearly brushed against my cheek, cold and threatening. Well, it's a good thing we're pretty... I mean, granted, our eyes are the size of saucers and we're awkward looking, but, like, could you imagine, like, it would really suck if you were, like, the ugly duckling. Actually, it'd be like, great, at least he's in love with me. Well, I mean, he's not really in love with me, but, like, Kazama's like... Ugh. I feel like he just thinks... it doesn't matter, we could be goddamn beautiful. We're a little derpy. Okay. She's a little derpy, sorry. But I know it'll get better because, like, they're making her look younger, but, like, she looks a little derpy. It's also because her eyes are the size of fucking, like, everybody else's head. It's damn derpy out of my eyes. But, like, you know that he's still gonna treat you, like, you could be a goddamn goddess, and he'd be like, I deserve better, and you're like, you're such a bitch! You just want to ruin my self-confidence to make yourself feel better about yourself, you asshole. You know that's him anyway. A shiver. I really don't know what he thinks, but that's the attitude I get from him. We'll find out when we get down his path. I've seen some of the CGs. Wow. A shiver ran up my spine. I crumbled to the floor. Whoa, are you alright, Spacey? I'm fine. You really suck at lying, you know that? You look really pale. Sit there and rest for a while. If you can't walk, I'll carry you. Yes, please. Thank you. For a while, Hichikata stared deeply and harshly toward the darkness. Okay, so it was Hichikata. So that's where the other one goes. Woo! Kid, you got any idea why they were after you? Listen, Marshmallow. I hesitated. They had said I was one of them. Kazama had invited me to go with him. Had he been telling the truth? I didn't know. I'm not sure. There's really nothing more I could say. Word of this incident spread the ranks of the Shinsengumi quickly in another form. Hey, I heard there was an intruder. This one the hell were the captains doing? An intruder? I haven't heard anything. Are you sure that information is true? So what, you're saying I'm lying? I didn't say you were lying, but maybe you misunderstood something. We can skip that. Okay, so like whatever. The bitches are talking. They're both really fucking cute though. Like, but they're douche weasels. Why do the cute ones have to be assholes? Yes, please. I kind of forgot about this scene because I was like, yes, please. I'm like, is that because we say yes, please to Harada carrying us? Because I'm down with that. And then we got, I'm like, oh, I guess no. He was like, I'll carry you. Okay, thanks. And I was like, yes, please. And that was our next answer. Yes, please. Oh, I said it the wrong time. Oh, there's a mouse. To Takeda. Goddamn bitch. He's such a fucking... I love him. He's not the marshmallow. He's the raging fucking asshole. It's not any of my business. It ain't my business. And then we're going to do the notice board. Whoa, wait a minute. Ah, their interest in me. The inside of my head was a swirling mass of questions and doubts, but the one thing that most concerned me was, why were Kazama and his friends after me? He said that I had the blood of a demon, but why is he after you anyway? Come on, there's only one reason a guy'd go this much trouble over a girl. You're cute. Anyway, I read that wrong. Come on, there's only one reason a guy'd go to this much trouble over a girl. What? What is it? What is it? I bet you anything he's in love with her. What? His response was surprising to say the least, and it seemed to come from nowhere. Why are you so surprised? Sure, you dress like a boy, but you really think a smart guy can't figure out the truth. That demon guy's a jerk, but he's sharp. No, he's not in... That's not the reason. You might be the only person who feels that way, you know. Why are you doing this to me? Please stop. My voice faded into a pathetic whimper. Jeez, Sano, why you gotta bring your dirty thoughts into every conversation you have? Don't you think now isn't the best time to be talking about this kind of stuff with her? Hey, I'm not bringing my dirty mind into anything. I'm just saying I call it like I see it. There he goes. I wasn't sure what to say, but my face started to feel hot all of a sudden. Knock it off. Back to work, you two. Also, stop talking about Yukamura's gender when other warriors are around to hear it. Yeah, I know. Whoa! Time flies when you're having fun, eh? Will you be okay here by yourself? Yeah, I'm almost done, so I'll be fine. I looked up at the sky. The sun began to set. I need to hurry up and finish my cleaning. Cheer up, Spacey. Harada gave me a friendly clap on the shoulder. Suddenly my heart felt a little lighter and my mind a little less troubled. Thank you. I rolled up my sleeves and took a firm grip on my broom. That we got a scene with him, but we didn't get any lovey points. No love points. We defend Sen. She's like, oh, Saito, you're so great. And he's like, yeah, you're cute. No, don't touch her. He's mine. So long. Selma Finis. The notice board, which we've kind of already seen. We say we want to go, and he's like, no, you can't go. And then we're hanging out here, having a party, and this is where we get to see beautiful Hijikata. We'll get to see this all again when we get to Hijikata's part. I felt strange. What would you call something like this after all? A ghost? No, I was still alive. Was it some sort of astral projection then? Whatever it was, there was something out there that looked just like me, causing trouble. Yeah, your twin brother girl. It was depressing. Look, I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have said anything. It's not like I think you did it or anything. I mean, why would you? It wouldn't make any sense. No, it's not like that. I'm fine. Please, don't worry about me. I know for sure that I wasn't at the temple that night. Besides, I don't think I could even get to Sanjo Ohashi without one of you guys. Sanjo Ohashi. I kind of said it slowly, but I didn't have to pause as long. Woo! Proud of myself. It came out naturally, sorta. Like, paused, but, you know. You're telling me you still haven't figured that out? And you've been coming on patrol with us for how long? Well, a long time, yes, but all of the streets look the same. And there aren't any landmarks to help me out. You don't think it's hard to find your way around Kyoto? Wait, you don't think it's hard to find your way around Kyoto? I read that wrong, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess it would be kind of silly to think you'd actually got it figured out yet. Yeah, guess it would be kind of silly to think you'd actually got it figured out yet. Well, it's been 3 years since you came to Kyoto. Shouldn't you have gotten used to it by now? You think so? He's like, God, you're dumb, but I love you. Just then a thought struck me. Oh, hi, Skate. Yeah? What's up? Do you think maybe the girl Harada's talking about is the one we met? You remember, her name was Kaoru. We met her when we were out on patrol with Okita. Oh, yeah! He smacked his legs heartily as if he remembered. Soji thought the two of you looked like twins or something. And I didn't really buy it. Oh, he was right. In fact, Okita had teased him mercilessly about it. Perhaps it didn't mean what I suspected it did. I was deep in thought when Harada spoke up. What are you talking about? She's someone you know? Not really, no. We met this girl on patrol. Soji thought she looked just like her. I didn't, though. I mean, it was hard to tell. She was dressed like a girl. That was true, too. I'd been disguised as a man, but Kaoru had been wearing a woman's kimono. And she was super pretty and... I mean, Spacey's fine and all, but... damn it! That's Okita's line. Heisuke would never say that. He's too nice. He's my friend. Okita would be like, yeah, but I mean, like, Kaoru is really pretty because she looked like a girl, but, like, kinda, if you dress this dope up like a girl, I mean, like, the ugly twin, obviously, but... Fuck you, Okita. I love you so much. Like, literally, no, fuck you. Later. Yeah, baby. Wait, no, we're in Harada's pet. Sorry. Oh, Okita's such a douche. I love him. But did Heisuke only think we didn't look alike because of how we'd been dressed? Yeah, he's adorable, but I don't think he's the sharpest, like, tool in the shed. You know what? I mean, it's the most observed. Well, okay, it's not even that. It's just the... I'm guessing he can't really see past it. Like, if I were dressed like a girl standing next to Kaoru, he would have been like, yeah, totally, but he's like, I don't see it. Use your imagination, Toto. That's it. He doesn't have imagination. He can't imagine. It's not that he's not sharp. He's just... He didn't know we were a girl either. Well, kind of, was he? Well, I think he was the one in the very beginning who was like, yeah, I knew, and you were like, but did you really? Shinpachi had no motherfucking idea, but I also feel like a lot of things go over his head. Yeah. I think Toto's kind of in the middle. Like, some things go over his head, like, oh, yeah, and you're like, oh, you're cute. Took you a little while. I don't know about this girl, but I do know that Heisuke doesn't exactly have a good eye for ladies. Ha! What? What do you mean by that? Harada shot back a clever retort, and then they were off, bickering playfully back and forth. I watched them yell and gesticulate, but my mind was elsewhere. Well, I mean, he really doesn't. He's young. And besides, he fell in love with us, right? I mean, and we look like a boy. So maybe Heisuke just doesn't have an eye for ladies because he's interested in boys. Even though we happen to have lady bits. I know, shocking, but perhaps... Look, they're all gay unless we're on their path, okay? Because then otherwise they're going to have to marry other women, and I'm just not okay with that. They're all mine. So they're all gay unless we're on their path, and then they just magically... That's so fucking... No, it's just that they're straight until, like, you know, we're not in love with them, and then they just go, I don't know, like, whatever. You know what? They're all... It's just my man harem, okay? They don't want nobody but me. Me. Shinsengumi is my man harem. And then there's that one outside dude. Oh, well, a couple of them, because Ryoma's almost technically an outside guy, too, but... Anyway, perhaps my face and Kaoru's did look similar, or even the same, but if it had been her, then what was her purpose in impeding Harada? Anyone who lived in Kyoto would have known the Shinsengumi and what that board represented. I felt Harada's hand on my shoulder. Well, they say that there are 3 people in the world who look like you. 3?! So I'd say it's a little early to nail her down as the culprit, right? I didn't know if there were really 3 people out there with my face, but he had a point. To all appearances, she was just a normal girl. And I'd be like, 3 other people or 3 total people? Because if all 3 of them... Hell, even if all 4 of them are in Kyoto with us, I mean, don't you think that 3 out of 4 or like 3 out of 3, like, in the same damn town? That's kind of fucking... That's weird. Like, 3 people that look like you. I could almost believe that because there's billions of people on the planet. But you're telling me there's only 3 people with my face and we're all in the same damn town and the same damn country. That's... I mean, that's just fucking amazeballs. So... weird. I couldn't imagine someone like her deciding to mess with the Shinsengumi and then just disappear into the night. Yeah. Yukimura, tell me more about this girl. Oh, well, we were out on patrol a while ago. We met a girl named Kaoru. She looked a lot like me, and, Saito listened quietly but looked up into my eyes when I finished, his face tense. This can't be coincidence. We should find and question this girl. But she didn't look like someone who would want to harm the Shinsengumi, or even could. Appearances mean nothing. Are you sure that was the first time you met her? Yes? Okita thought she looked just like me, although Heisuke didn't agree. And you're sure you have no relatives in Kyoto? It's hard to believe such a similar face is just a coincidence. You know what would be really funny? If you're like, well, I mean, unless I have a twin, I don't know how. That'd be great. I really hope Herline's like, well, I mean, unless I have a twin I don't know about. But I mean, come on. That's funny, right? We all chuckle about it, and then I have a twin I don't know about. That's great. No, I don't have any. My father never told me I had any either. If I had relatives here, I think my father would have told me to contact them, not Dr. Masumoto. I see. He didn't look entirely convinced, but apparently I'd said enough because he asked me no more questions. Well, now that we've had enough to drink, I think it's time for the main event. Yeah, go for it, Sano. I've been waiting for this all night. Oh god, I want to see this so bad. Oh my god, okay. Wow. Hi. All right. Let's just flash back for a second. I was like, yeah, I'm ready for this. And I clicked the button and this happened. I was like, yeah, let's go. Oh, wow. Okay, I was not ready for this. Yeah, I want to see what this is. Yes, you're right. I do want to see what this is. But, well, I'm going to give the game a free pass for cock blocking me at every fucking turn. Because this is, wow. Okay. This is almost like when you get cock blocked and you don't get to kiss Van Helsing, but then you get to see his little butt cheeks. We're going to need a lot more of these CGs, game. But I'm okay with this. Woo! It's a little hot in here now. Right on. All right, guys, pay attention. I'm paying a lot of attention. Look at the scar. Oh, don't you just want to touch it? I just want to caress your scar. Good God. Oh, shit. Sorry, I was reading that as it was going on because I was thinking to myself, like, this stomach is not a common run-of-the-mill stomach. Oh, we can tell. It's very nice. Oh, no, for this stomach knows the taste of a blade. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, yes, because we can see the scar. But I was really just going with the Jesus fucking Christ. The now quite drunk Harada pulled open his shirt with a lopsided grin, pointing at the ugly scar across his belly. The Odiran? Odiran? Feigned polite interest. I don't know who that is. Hey, that's nothing to brag about. Some punk said you were just a thug who didn't have the balls to cut himself open, and you just had to prove him wrong, didn't you? Of course I did. I'm a man. Gotta defend my honor. Oh my god, you're such a moron. Why do I love you so much? I love him even more because he's such a fucking moron. Like, I'm a man. I gotta prove myself. Oh my god, you are so fucking stupid. Men are stupid. And this is just proof rather. You are so dumb. It's like a dumb puppy when you're like, when they run and they just smack into the wall. And you're like, you're so stupid, but you're cute. Ah! Yeah. It's like when my bird does something stupid. You're like, you're so dumb. It's adorable. Why? That's exactly how I feel right now. Like, you're so stupid. It's cute. Oh, I just want to ruffle your hair. Idiot. That wasn't really smart, Sano. Who are you gonna do if you actually killed yourself? Well, I figured I'd cross that bridge when I got there. But if you died, then you wouldn't be able to really cross any bridges, no? Then I won't think. And I'll just go ahead and die. I mean, a samurai is always looking for a way to die. Or not. Well then, to honor your, honor. From out of nowhere, Nagakura produced a brush and its accompanying ink and began to draw on Harada's stomach. This is the best fucking thing ever. Can I just tell you? These fucking nutballs. Oh my god. Look at the pig nose he drew on his stomach. He should have made his nipples eyes, because that would have been fucking funnier. That would have just been great. You would have been like, well, I see you're working with everything you got. Okay. Hey, what do you think you're doing? He looks mad. It's such an amazing scar. You're really lucky there, Sano. If you treat it good, maybe someday it'll give you a bunch of little baby scars. It's a scar, you idiot, not a girl. Toto and I are on the same wavelength right now because that is literally 100% my brain. Oh man, I can't take it. Every time you talk, it moves. It's like a mouth. Apparently, this was hilarious to Heisuke, who cackled uncontrollably, hands wrapped around his stomach and face red with mirth. Oh, Harada. Three of them cavorted and tumbled around the room like children, and in spite of myself, I began to laugh. Like, I'll give you a bunch of baby scars. It's a scar, not a girl. Well, I see where you're going with that. You just want to tumble around and we're going to have a lot of little baby Haradas. No. I know some of the things that happen in Edo Blossoms. I know, unfortunately, there are paths. I don't know all which ones because I can't remember, but I know that there are paths where she has babies, and I'm not down with that game. I want my romancy game. I don't need some fucking baggage. That's not my kind of romance. Like, look, now I have babies. Ah, fuck, you just ruined it, game. It's gonna suck. Anyway. I have no maternal instinct, thank you very much. The party lasted until morning, or so I heard. I left before it ended for reasons of my own, but I heard plenty about it later. There was a lot for me to worry about, not the least of which was my possibly evil doppelganger. But I found it impossible to feel sorry for myself amidst all that good cheer. Plus, hello! Did you see Harada's fucking stomach? He took his shirt off, and you're like, I am okay with this. Yes, I am, girlfriend. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, that was worth it. Oh, God. That was great. That was... I forgive the game one cock block. Prior cock block. Not the current one that's going to come. I'm not going to forgive it for that. But I forgive it one prior cock block. Maybe two for that, because that was worth it. That was worth forgiveness for 2 cock blocks. April 1867. By now I'd welcomed a few winters since coming to Kyoto, which, unlike Edo, was prone to snowy days and freezing nights. However, compared to my first experience with winter in Kyoto, it seemed like I'd finally become accustomed to it, taking it with aplomb. Winter was coming to an end, and now the bright sight of spring began to bloom around the city. Phew! I paused to wipe the sweat off my forehead and took a moment to survey the hallway I'd just finished mopping. It was nice to have more space, but it made cleaning the headquarters that much harder. Yukimura, what are you doing? Oh, hello. Sitting in my room is so boring, so I thought I'd come out here and clean the hallway. Oh dear, that hardly seems fair. You're not even a soldier, but you're cleaning up after them. It's fine, really. You've been taking care of me for months now, but I haven't done anything for you. Years, sweetie. Kondo smiled, his eyes crinkling at his kind eyes crinkling at the corners. We've also been cleaning for years. I'm pretty sure we took up cleaning duties a while ago, but whatever. Then he seemed to remember something, and his expression turned serious. Right, yes. I've asked Dr. Masumoto to look into Koto's disappearance and his whereabouts, but... Oh, good. Has he found anything out? He just said but, Spacey. He's got in touch with all the loyalist Western doctors, but it seems none of them know any more than we do. If he's contacted them at all and still turned... If he's contacted them all and still turned up nothing... If he's contacted them all and still turned... If he's contacted them all and still turned up nothing. Then? Like, that's not exactly the proper sentence structure there, but anyway. Kondo left the words hanging in the air, and his face scrunched like he tasted something unpleasant. As I looked up at Kondo, I recalled a conversation I had in the past. Maybe it really is true that my father is in the West. I seemed to notice my expression had darkened, and began to speak again. Well, even if he's collaborated with the nationalists, we still can't know what his true intentions are. It's entirely possible that he's being threatened or otherwise coerced into doing work he finds repugnant. Well, and besides, his knowledge of the Furies has already proven very valuable to us. I promise we'll do everything in my power to find him. Of course, we have no intention of killing him. He sounded honest, but it wasn't that easy to simply forget my concerns. I still have a lot of cleaning to do. Sorry. I couldn't bear to stay there and talk about my father, so I excused myself and left. Afterwards, I couldn't focus on searching for my father, and depressing days continued for... Afterwards, I couldn't focus on searching for my father, and depressing days continued for a few days. Okay. I was depressed for a few days afterward. Oh, hey! Perfect timing! I wanted to ask you something, Spacey. if I enjoyed seeing your stomach, because yes, I did. I know that was months ago, but I'm still thinking about it. Oh, what is it? No, it's like you're like, I can't look you in the eyes. I'm just looking at your shirt and just staring at where your stomach is. Anyway. Do you know a girl named Sen? Saito seems to think you do. Of course we do. Sen was a girl I'd met a short while ago who might help in a surprise encounter. Saito would know since he was present at the time. Since then, I would chat briefly with her or get her or greet her if I bumped into her during our rounds. She was one of the very few female acquaintances I'd met in my time in Kyoto. So I do happen to know Sen. Did something happen with her? Huh. Well, I ran into her on my rounds today. She said she wanted to talk to you. I know they won't let you out alone, so just give me a second. Gotta take off my blues first. I must leave. I've been assigned the night shift today. Oh, okay. Bye. They nodded to one another and then headed off in different directions. What did Sen want to talk with me about? I wondered. In a few moments, Harada returned and we left the compounds and entered Kyoto. Spacey! I turned to see her waving at me from a short distance away. Hi, Sen. Long time no see. I had a chance encounter with some of the warriors earlier, and I asked after you. I had to know if you were all right. Really? I'd been under the impression that she'd something to discuss. But from the way she was talking, it sounded as though she had only inquired as to my condition. I looked at Harada, who coughed quietly and looked away. She said she wanted to talk to you. His voice was a low mumble. I wasn't sure if Sen had heard him or not. Oh, what do you say we have some tea just over there, Spacey? They have the most delicious odango. Oh, dango. Yeah, I think so. It was the tea house we'd visited together before. She was correct about the quality of the odango, but I glanced up at Harada. Why don't you two go on ahead? I'm sure you got, girl stuff to talk about. I'll just go grab a cup of tea somewhere. Thanks. Then I will take you up on your offer, Sen. He'd be like, go into the tea shop with us and just sit away from us. Excellent. Shall we? Sen and I made our way to the tea house as Harada wandered off. Ah! She's so fucking cute! We actually look relatively cute in this one, even though we have big derpy eyes, but she's, more fucking adorable with her super giant derpy eyes. But also, why are her eyes, in the middle of her face? It's so not proportional. I mean, I guess, technically, but it looks weird is what it just always looks so odd. Because the eyes are so big, so it's literally but technically your eyes are almost kind of in the middle of your head. Thinking of drawing proportions, but it just looks weird when your eyes are that big. If her eyes were smaller, boop, half the size, it wouldn't look as awkward, but it looks awkward because it's here's your eyes. They're where they're supposed to be, but they're not. They're taking up your whole face. But she is fucking adorable. We're cute, but it's funny because it's because she's got gloss on her lips. She looks almost girl. We do almost have more boyish look to us. Still being a girl, but a girly boy or a boy girl. I'm not really sure. Or a lady boy. So, how have you been, Spacey? I imagine living with all those men can be difficult. I mean, you can never get any sleep. I mean, what? Never mind. If anything is troubling you, please, never hesitate to tell me. Oh, well, I'd only seen her a handful of times since coming to Kyoto, but she knows that I'm a girl, and she treats me like one, so I can't thank Sen enough for that. I really appreciated it. Actually, I wanted to ask you, how did you know I was a girl the first time we met? What? Oh, well, I just knew. I mean, we're both women after all. Oh, really? Huh. I didn't really get it, but then again, it wasn't like I'd been in a situation where identifying disguised women was required. I hoped I might ask you a few questions. I apologize if I seem blunt, but how old are you, Spacey? Where are you from? Oh, we get to find out. I think I told you that last time, but as I began to talk, I felt myself begin to open up to her. Oh, so they're not gonna tell us. I told her I was born in Edo, and my family name was Yukamura. It was just my father and me, and he ran a Western clinic. We talked about the fashionable kimonos and accessories that were popular in Edo, as well as all of the foods and sweets that came from shops. It was so fun to speak with another young girl around my age about, well, nothing really. See, and we're just like a young girl. But again, we've been there like 3 years, pushing 4 here. But they're still making it sound like young, like we're 14. But, I mean, if she was like 13 or 14 in the beginning, 17, 18. So she'd be like 16, 17. So I mean, I guess you could still say young girl. 16, you're still technically a young girl. You're a young woman. You're like at that border where you're going to become a very young, like a young adult woman, but you're like an older kid still, because you're still a kid at 16. You're all babies in your 20s. Hey, you're all babies. Get off my damn lawn. When you get to be my age and you break a hip, you'll understand. I'm not 80. Not quite 80 yet. Anyway. Oh my god. Remember, doesn't matter how old you are, in 10 years, the current age that you are, you'll be stupid. I was so dumb 10 years ago. Now I'm the smartest. 10 years from now. Oh my god, I was so fucking stupid. That's how it works. We're smarter than we've ever been. And we're dumber than we're going to be. We're not the dumbest we've ever been. That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, you were dumber than you are now. But in 10 years, you're going to be way smarter than you are now, and you're going to think this version of you is stupid. Because it is. It's just the way it is. Present version is always stupid to future version. Oh my god. The Shinsengumi's reputation certainly isn't pleasant, but it seems some of them are rather nice. Huh? She nodded pointedly toward Harada, who he could see standing a short distance away. Oh, look, he looks pretty there, wow. He was leaning against a post, his sharp eyes constantly surveying the area. There was something graceful about his profile. I couldn't look away. Sen leaned over and whispered in my ear. I didn't think I would actually get to see you, but when I told him that I knew you, he said something very interesting. I believe it was, she's been really down in the dumps lately. You think you could hang out with her and talk about fun stuff? It might cheer her up. Really? Did he really ask her all of that? Because he loves him. Oh! He's so sweet. I can't say he's a marshmallow. I mean, he is a marshmallow, but it's not the kind of marshmallow that Hijikata is, because Hijikata is the crispy on the outside marshmallow, and he's just right out of the package already squishy. We already knew that, though. You know what I mean? Like, you already knew Toto was, like, nice and squishy, because he seemed really nice and sweet to us. So, of course, he's marshmallowy. And we already knew Harada was nice, but it's just like, oh, you're even squishier than I thought. That's adorable. But we expect that, so... We expect that from them, but it's still... makes you giggle. If so, he was much more perceptive than I'd given him credit for. That's because he likes you. And the idea that he had done it just for me made me feel warm inside. Oh! And then we're staring at him, and then he turns to look at us. We're blushing. What's going on? You guys done talking? He seemed to have noticed we were looking at him. Oh, yes. I scrambled to my feet. And I should be off as well. I have other business to which I must attend. Okay, thanks for everything. You're quite welcome, although I've hardly done anything worth being thanked for. And you, young man, thank you as well. Good day, young man. She's like, I'm like 87. I just look 16. With a final polite bow to either of us, she turned and walked off with dainty, ladylike steps. And I'm a clomping horse over here. Clomp, clomp, clomp. I still didn't actually know anything about Sen, but talking with her had left me feeling a great deal better. Well, looks like you're all done. So you want to head back to the compound, Spacey? No, I want to hang out with you. Sure. Can we hold hands and skip? That would sound like fun. Dang, it's almost dinner time. Time sure flies, huh? I think they might be short a few hands, so you think you might be able to help out with cooking? I feel bad giving you all these chores, though. He started off toward his room. Oh, wait! Huh? Something wrong? I wanted to tell him, you're really nice. Did I really look unhappy? You're really nice! How dare you! Thanks for taking me out to talk to Sen today. But did I really look that unhappy? Huh? She told me what you said. That you asked her to cheer me up since I looked down. If I didn't know better, I would have sworn Harada blushed. Ha! Ha! That's going on our board too, by the way. I don't know if I've released the Spacey Go board yet by the time this episode's up or if it's coming. But that's one of the things on there is when the boys blush. Because it's adorable. And they always blush, so lots of these are going to get points all the time. Oh man, really? Guess I can't trust anyone to keep a secret, I guess. I'm sorry if I was worrying you. I thought I was hiding it pretty well. He's like, haha, you suck at hiding shit. I'm just really perceptive and awesome. I looked down at the floor, embarrassed, but then I felt one of his hands pat the top of my head. He's like, you're adorable, Nutter Butters. Come on, there's no way you can hide that. Anybody can see how hard this is for you. Is that because I'm still just a kid? Huh? Well, you're not an adult. Aw. He said it as a joke, but it still wasn't the answer I'd hoped for. I'm not an adult because an adult would be 18. Haha! But I'm 16. I'm just a kid. Oh, does it bother you? Being a little immature isn't always a bad thing, you know. A little bit of vulnerability and innocence always makes a woman much hotter. Wow! That I got inappropriate fast. Vulnerability and innocence always makes a woman much hotter. Dude, you just said I wasn't an adult and I was a kid. And now you just called me hot. That just got a little creepy a little fast. But I'm still banking on us being at least 16 to 17. You know what I mean? Depending on what age we were when we got here, we're probably at this point, it's been at least 3 years, right? So we're at least 16 at this point, I would say. Because I highly doubt she showed up when she was fucking 10. You know what I mean? She probably wouldn't have left unless she was like 13, 14. So I'm going with that. So by now we're 16, 17. You know, so, yeah. So, I mean, they would still think, you're still a kid. I am not a kid. I'm not really an adult, technically, but I am. In this day and age, I should have had 4 kids by now. The fuck? I mean, seriously, but anyway. I'm not sure how I feel about that. You and me both, Spacey. He let out a laugh. Look, there's no point in trying to keep everything bottled up. Just accept who you are. That's the mature thing to do. He patted me softly on the head, then stepped into his room and shut the door. Yeah. He needs some alone time. Thinking about how innocent and childish we are, and how hot we are. Harada, I love you, but that was way inappropriate. Later that night, I sat on the balcony and gazed up at the moon as I replayed the events of the day again in my head. Harada had definitely improved my mood. There was still a great deal for me to worry about, but sulking and self-pity would get me nowhere. It wasn't a sure thing that my father had left for the West, so for now I must keep my head up. I was useless as any kind of soldier, so rather than worrying the men, I must learn to listen to them and help them in other ways, just as Harada had done for me. Aww. Oh, this is when our boys leave. Okay, so hanging out with Okita. Okita Dokita. That was one of his things. The trophies amuse me sometimes. Sometimes they're just normal, but sometimes they're really funny. Sometimes I don't get them, obviously. Because I'm like, this is a reference to something I don't get, but... Little red Corvette. Oh. Gingerbread man. Because he's got red hair. And he's sweet like a gingerbread man, like a little cookie. Just want to eat him. The soldiers. Someone close to the people who were leaving. Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to try to stop, but I hit the wrong button. But it's okay. Anyway. This is where Sen comes in and like, oh my god, Spacey, you should come with us. Did one of these boys charm you? And you're like, you kind of already know that it's Harada. I don't know why you asked me this question now. I understand why she asked us this question, but not in this path. Because the answer is yes, you know it, but she's like, I think she's just trying to con it out of us. That's what I'm going to go with. She's going to be like, is there someone you fancy? I know who it is. She just wants us to admit yes. Yes. And she's like, well, I can't pull you away then. Go find the others. You don't even know anything! Oh, that's right. Okay. Trust the Shinsengumi. Interesting. Trust the Shinsengumi. Damn straight! We'll always trust you. Oh, love it! Ah, I know we're skipping through it, but it's okay. It's too late. I scared the bird. But it's just adorable. He pats us on the head. Oh, we saw that in like the last round anyway. We might get 4 parts out of this because we're almost at time and we got a little bit left in chapter 4 and then we got chapter 5, but chapter 5 probably will be almost a full part. And then we got to do the endings and stuff. So 4 minimum, I would say. August 1867. The Shinsengumi were kicked out of Nishi Hongwanji Temple, and 2 months had passed since we moved our headquarters to Fudoto Village. Fudoto. It's not as fun as Fushimi. Fushimi. I don't know why I love that word. It didn't take long for us to begin familiarizing ourselves with the new environment. Harada had been kind enough to allow me to watch some of the warriors train. All right, we're taking this up a notch. Go at it like you're trying to kill each other. His voice echoed through the dojo. All of the men were holding habiki. Habiki. A blade so dull that it's unreliable to cut. It's unable to cut. It's unreliable to cut. Unable. Learn to read, Spacey. You know, my brain is trying really hard to read the Japanese words. I can't read the English ones anymore. It gave their training an added intensity, which is far more than there would have been with a bamboo or wooden sword. What? You don't know what the trick... Oh, you don't know the trick to a counterattack? That's probably because you're just watching the other guy's sword, right? Doesn't matter who it is. Right before the attack, there's always a hint. Some kind of tell. Isn't always in how their sword moves, though. I was expecting that to have, like, it or something. It's just, isn't always in how their sword moves. He had an answer and advice for every man who came to him with a question. More importantly, though, his answers seemed to help. The men with him were visibly improving. All right, that's it for today, boys. Time to clean up. They set to work putting away their equipment as Harada made his way over toward me, wiping sweat from his forehead with the back of his hand. Good job. Here's your towel. Would you like me to towel you off? Rub you gently with it. Spacey makes everything inappropriate. Oh, thanks, Spacey. He took the towel from me with a smile and started mopping sweat from his face and neck. You're a really good teacher. Really? Well, I hope they think so. I don't really know anything about fighting, but it was easy even for me to understand what you were talking about. Feels kind of weird, though. What? Weird how? Oh, well, nothing. Never mind. Come on, you can't say something like that and then just leave me hanging. What were you going to say? I regretted saying anything, but he had me cornered. Well, when we went to Shimabara, you said that you tried to kill yourself. I just don't see how the person I know could have done something like that. He was observant, kind, personable. In every meaningful way, he seemed to be a stable adult. That's true, because they did, I mean, like, obviously we know, like you said, like, it was like a thing. But they did kind of mention that, like, when we saw that scene, there was something in my brain that was like, didn't they mention a comment about him in the very beginning about having stabbed himself or something? But I couldn't remember if it was like, oh, was it because it was a bet, or was it like he, like, you know, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like in the very beginning when we first met him. Before you know, but that's like, but that goes out of your head so fast and then you just forget about it. Because again, yes, he doesn't seem like a person, I don't know, a stable adult. You're like, yeah. Appearances, Spacey. We all seem stable and none of us are. Undoubtedly, he had his reasons, but I couldn't reconcile the man I knew with someone who would have done that. Harada stopped wiping and looked up at the ceiling. Exactly. What? When I was a kid, I was just another idiot with a short fuse. I've stumbled and fallen flat on my face plenty of times. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to make a mistake and do something you can't take back. I've pushed people away over stupid fights and lost friends because of dumb things I said. The family and I aren't exactly on speaking terms these days, so I don't really have anywhere to go home to. Basically, I don't want to make those mistakes anymore. He couldn't hide the regret in his voice. I understood, though. Harada was hurt many times by his own mistakes and misjudgments, but he learned from them. That was how he'd become the man he was. So what do you want to do? Want to head out? What? Really? Can I? Sure, why not? Nobody seriously thinks you might try and bone out anymore. Nobody seriously thinks you try and bone out anymore. That distracted me. I'm like, bone out? It's not like... It's not... Bone is not used for, like, running away. That's not the slang we use. So that confused me for a second. I was like, what? I've never heard that. On our way to the gate, we spotted Yamazaki. Hey, what's up? You leaving? Some of our fish and vegetables have spoiled. I'm going out to buy some more before dinner. Summer's making it very difficult to keep our food fresh. We can go get that then. We're headed out anyway. But he looked around surreptitiously. I can say this. It's like I know specific finish like Choshu shoulders. Before fixing Harada with a penetrating stare. Are you allowed to do that? Take her outside of the compound, I mean. Did the commander approve this? Come on, don't sweat the small stuff. She's supposed to make dinner tonight, so I figure why shouldn't she go pick out ingredients? Yamazaki had no further arguments that Harada was willing to listen to, so out we went. The market was bustling with crowds out to get their own dinner ingredients. He said we needed fish and vegetables, right? How about that turnip? It looks cheap. Think we should get it? Hold on. I stopped his hand midway to the turnip and picked through a bin until I found the best, or at least the least bruised, specimens. Yes, these should be good. Let's get them. Harada laughed. You've got a sharp eye. You'll make somebody a good wife someday. That's gonna be you, goddammit. That's adorable, though. You'll make a good wife someday. Maybe I have other aspirations. No, I don't. No, let's face it, in this game I don't. I got no choices. I'm a woman. That's my job. Damn it, that sucks. That's why women are bitter bitches. You just forced me. I gotta be a wife and a mother. What if I don't want to do that? The mom part I don't want to do. And okay with getting married. Been there, done that once. Still do it again, but... Really? It's him. Yeah, I love that. You'll make someone a good wife. And he's like, I hope it's me. It took us another hour or so to gather the rest of the ingredients we needed. Dang, we really got a lot, huh? For once, maybe some of the hungrier guys might actually fill up. Yeah. Your meals are really good. I'm stoked to have some of what you're making tonight. Stoked! I bet they said that back in the day. Then suddenly he stopped. Are you okay? What's wrong? Oh, nothing, I guess. Just realized I was kind of talking to you like you were some kind of servant or something. Usually a girl only makes food for somebody she likes, right? Sorry. Oh, no, it's okay. I mean, I love cooking. I like eating with other people. I really like eating with all the guys. It's fun. I'm happy to put in the work. Back in Edo, I made food all the time, but the only people who ate it were me and my father. Harada relaxed visibly and smiled. He's like, I love you, Spacey, be my wife. Okay. Huh. Well, that's good. I like a busy dinner table, too. Even if the food's the same, it never tastes as good if you eat alone, you know? Yes! We were still talking when... I stopped. Walking toward us was a face I recognized. Oh! Heisuke's eyes went wide as he recognized us, and he stopped in his tracks. Oh, right, this is after Toto left. No! no! I was like, why is he shocked to see us? Right. I opened my mouth to say something to him, but the Shinsengumi was forbidden to fraternize with the guardians of the Imperial Tomb. And that included Heisuke. For a long moment, we looked at one another, Heisuke's mouth hanging open as if he were about to speak. And I just so remember, though, when Yamazaki took us to see Heisuke in disguise, and we could sit there and, hey, person that I don't know. I know, right? Ha, stranger. Oh, we had that touching moment. Oh. And Harada's like, you hurt me, man. You and Shinpachi are my besties, and you left me. Oh, you hurt poor Harada. Heisuke, Sanosuke, Keisuke. Not the Ske is in this game. But finally he shut it, set his jaw, and turned sharply to disappear off into the crowd. I had assumed we would cross paths with him eventually. Although Kyoto was a large city, we traveled in similar circles. But what I hadn't considered was how much it would hurt to see him and be forced to turn away. One look at Harada's face told me he felt the same. I just put my hand on his arm. Just rub his arm a little. Pat him. And support. Because it's his friend. He looked smaller. Are you okay? When he spoke, I wasn't sure if it was to me or to himself. Was everything I touched just doomed to fall apart? What? I keep hoping I'll meet someone, and no matter what happens, we'll stick together, but does that kind of thing even exist? Yes! Oh, that's me, right here. Hi. Pats on head. Plus, Heisuke's coming back. You don't know that, but it's okay. But that's me. What happens, we'll stick together. I'll stick with you no matter what. Because I love you. There was a deep, resigned sadness to his words that startled me. But what he meant was clear, and this is because obviously, like, he loses all his friends. He's fine, like, yay, I found friends, and oh, they're falling apart. It's okay, I'll be with you forever. After what he told me in the dojo, I felt I understood what he meant all too well. He had made many mistakes in his life, and driven people he cared for away. But despite all his work, Heisuke, whom he loved like a brother, had still left. Given the sort of man he was, though, he refused to show how much that had hurt him. At least he had, until now. I felt guilty just looking at him, as if I should say something, anything. But I couldn't find the words. Well, ready to go home? His voice was still full of melancholy darkness. This is the perfect time to end. So anyway, I am going to wrap this part up here, and we'll find out about our silent walk back when we come back in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to say more. Did I say subscribe to say more? Wow. Subscribe to see more. Wow. Spacey's brilliant today. Okay, bye.